Tomorrow is Oscar Sunday, so On the Red Carpet is getting ready.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Dolby Theater in Hollywood, where tomorrow night, this year's Oscar winners will be crowned. I'm George Pinocchio, and I'm really excited to be here as we spend the next half hour getting you ready for Hollywood's biggest night, the 92nd Oscars, live right here on ABC. This is a nervous night for all of the nominees who will be here tomorrow. Whether you're a previous Oscar winner like Leonardo DiCaprio and Charlize Theron, or you're hoping to win your first acting Oscar like Scarlett Johansson and Brad Pitt. We'll be talking with all the nominees, presenters, and performers tomorrow during our On the Red Carpet at the Oscars pre-show, part of a full day of Oscars coverage here on ABC. Of course, the Oscar show itself will be here on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, and again, there's no host this year. Instead, the producers are promising a show full of stars and surprises. It's definitely going to be big. Our On the Red Carpet team will be busy after the Oscars too, bringing you special live coverage from the exclusive Oscar after parties, where tomorrow night's winners will be celebrating all night long. And we'll take you behind the velvet ropes inside those VIP parties here on TV and online. Be sure to follow On the Red Carpet on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and at OTRC on Instagram. One big moment to watch for tomorrow night, a special performance by Billie Eilish. The singer who just swept the Grammys recently recorded the theme song for the next James Bond movie. Will she debut it on the Oscar stage? We'll find out tomorrow, but right now let's meet the nominated stars who we'll see on the red carpet tomorrow. We begin with the 5 talented women up for Best Actress. Renee Zellweger is the clear favorite to win Best Actress for her virtuoso performance as Hollywood icon Judy Garland in Judy.
It's the first sleep I've gotten in weeks, and you woke me up.
Renee's already won the Golden Globe, the SAG, and the Critics' Choice Award this year, and this is her 4th career Oscar nomination. She previously won for Cold Mountain in 2004. Saoirse Ronan is also a 4-time Oscar nominee, this time for playing one of the literary world's most beloved characters, Jo March in Little Women.
You are not married, are you?
Well, that's because I'm rich.
Scarlett Johansson is the highest-grossing female movie star of all time.
Mom?
But it's her emotional turn as a wife and mother going through a painful divorce in Marriage Story that has her nominated for her first Best Actress Oscar.
Okay, no more politics.
Scarlett, a first-time nominee, is actually a double nominee this year. She's also nominated for Supporting Actress in Jojo Rabbit. Another first-time nominee is Cynthia Erivo for playing an American hero, Harriet Tubman in Harriet.
Whoa, easy now.
Cynthia is also nominated for the film's original song, Stand Up. If she wins either category, she'd become the youngest ever EGOT winner. She's already won an Emmy, Grammy, and Tony. Charlize Theron had us doing a double take. She looked and sounded so much like Megyn Kelly in Bombshell.
Wait, am I gonna be the story?
Her nuanced performance as the TV journalist caught up in the scandal that rocked Fox News earned Charlize her 3rd career Oscar nomination. She previously won for Monster in 2004.
You don't listen, do you?
Joaquin Phoenix is the frontrunner to take home Oscar in the lead actor category. The Joker star won the Golden Globe, the SAG, and the Critics' Choice Award for his performance as a sad clown who descends into madness. A 4-time Oscar nominee, this could be Joaquin's first win.
Line?
Leonardo DiCaprio was an Oscar nominee again for his sometimes very funny and sometimes very tragic portrayal of an actor who fears his best days are behind him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Get creative. Do whatever you want. He's just happy for the opportunity.
Leonardo knows the red carpet very well. This is his 6th Oscar nomination. He won in 2016 for The Revenant. Adam Driver gives a gut-wrenching performance as a man watching his marriage fall apart and fighting for custody of his son in Marriage Story.
What's this? Who owns Baltic Avenue?
Adam's been on a real hot streak, of course playing Kylo Ren in the blockbuster Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and this is his 2nd Oscar nomination after being nominated just last year for BlacKkKlansman. Antonio Banderas won Best Actor at the Cannes Film Festival for for his Oscar-nominated role in Pain and Glory.
Muchas gracias por venir, de verdad.
This is Antonio's first Oscar nomination. And talk about the role of a lifetime, Jonathan Pryce has more than 100 acting credits dating back to the 1970s, but none bigger than playing Pope Francis in The Two Popes.
It could never be me.
This is Jonathan's first Oscar nomination. I am really looking forward to talking with the nominated stars as they arrive here at the Dolby Theater tomorrow. And I know many of you will be watching to see what they're wearing on the red carpet, because fashion is always such a big part of Oscar night. And for more on that, we have Carl Schmid standing by with supermodel Rashumba Williams. Hello.
Hey, George.
Hi.
Yeah, you're right. You know, there's nothing like seeing the most glamorous movie stars in the world pull out all the stops when it comes to turning heads on the Oscars red carpet.
So true. The stars who really shine here on Oscars night will be talked about for years to come. And this year, I'm really expecting something special because we've seen so many incredible fashion choices from the Oscar nominees already this award show season. And here are my top 7 favorites. Brad Pitt set the standard for the guys on the carpet. He epitomized the classic Hollywood leading man in a 3-piece black and white Brioni tux with bow tie at the Golden Globes. Scarlett Johansson was ravishing in a siren red Vera Wang gown with modified bustle and sweetheart neckline. Another standout, bombshell Charlize Theron. She dazzled at the Costume Design Guild Awards in a beaded golden Louis Vuitton gown with black sleeve accents, keyhole neckline, and matching headband. Unique, majestic, and avant-garde describes Harriet's leading lady Cynthia Erivo's style. Her special brand of fashion was on full display at the SAG Awards. The star wore a Schiaparelli couture gown with red bustier and pink voluminous ball skirt. Budding star Florence Pugh has gotten it right on pretty much every carpet, landing her on the top of several best dressed lists. And she did it again, this time at the BAFTAs. In a hot pink theatrical Dries Van Noten coat, sexy little black dress, and Mary Jane stilettos. And Renee Zellweger was picture perfect in an off-the-shoulder candy pink column gown, accessorized with deco bangles and ring. Also at the BAFTAs, Saoirse Ronan, who received praise for her fashion and environmental awareness. She wore a black drop-waist Gucci ball gown made from leftover satin fabric. Carl, all of these stars have looked so great throughout the award show season. It was tough narrowing it down to just a few favorites.
Yeah, and you know that they're all saving the very best for last. We cannot wait to see what they're going to be wearing on this red carpet here at the Oscars tomorrow.
Up next, get your Oscar ballot ready. Which of the 9 nominated films will take home Hollywood's biggest prize, the Oscar for Best Picture? Plus, the stars turn the red carpet into the world's biggest fashion runway.
Wow, 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 wait.
What it takes to find the perfect look for turning heads on Oscar Sunday. And the beauty secrets of your favorite stars revealed. Get the latest entertainment news all year round. Follow On the Red Carpet on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and OTRC on Instagram.
Welcome back to On the Red Carpet, Getting Ready. Tomorrow night, history will be made at the Oscars when one film is honored with the most coveted award in Hollywood, Oscars Best Picture. Here's a look at the 9 nominees. Joker has been laughing all the way to the bank. The biggest blockbuster of this year's Best Picture nominees, with more than $1 billion worldwide. It's the highest-grossing R-rated movie ever. It's also the most nominated film at this year's Oscars, with 11 total nominations.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker?
1917 is the Best Picture frontrunner after winning the BAFTA and Producers Guild Awards and Best Motion Picture Drama at the Golden Globes. Remarkably choreographed, this heart-pounding World War I drama appears to be all shot in just one single continuous take.
We need to keep moving! Come on!
Jojo Rabbit tells a World War II story in an unusual way, through the eyes of a young boy in Nazi Germany whose imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler. The unique satire is at times screwball comedy and at times poignant drama.
You're not a Nazi, Jojo. You're a 10-year-old kid who likes dressing up in a funny uniform and wants to be part of a club.
Parasite, a genre-bending story about rich and poor families, won the top prize at the SAG Awards and at the Cannes Film Festival. The first ever Best Picture nominee from Korea, it also has the highest score on Rotten Tomatoes among this year's nominated films.
제시카 외동딸 일리노이 시카고 과선배는 김치모 그는 이사촌.
Marriage Story takes a very difficult look at the emotional wounds all parties suffer in a divorce. Nominees Scarlett Johansson, Adam Driver, and Laura Dern lead the amazing ensemble cast in the drama that had audiences everywhere reaching for their tissues.
How are you doing?
The Irishman reunites previous Oscar winners Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, Joe Pesci, and director Martin Scorsese for a possibly true story about the disappearance of Jimmy Hoffa. With a 3.5-hour runtime, The Irishman is the longest of this year's Oscar contenders and the longest film of Scorsese's career.
You're not afraid of tough guys, are you? I didn't think so.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood could be the first Best Picture winner from Quentin Tarantino. The film about a past his prime actor and his stunt double buddy, set against the backdrop of the Manson murders, won Best Picture at the Critics' Choice Awards and Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy at the Golden Globes.
That was the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
The classic novel Little Women has been adapted numerous times for the big screen, but this updated retelling from writer-director Greta Gerwig uses twisting timelines to make the beloved story feel fresher than ever. It also helps to have an all-star cast delivering multiple Oscar-worthy performances.
I want to be great or nothing.
Ford versus Ferrari is the ultimate battle of the brands. This high-speed racing drama tells the true story of an American car company's quest to revitalize its image by taking on an Italian motorsports juggernaut. But can the film take the checkered flag in the Oscar race?
How long did you tell them you needed? 200 or 300 years?
90 days.
Up next, scene-stealing performances from some of Hollywood's biggest stars. But which supporting actor and actress nominees should take home the Oscar? Plus, finding the perfect gown or tux for Oscar's red carpet, where Shumba and Carl take us shopping like the stars as On the Red Carpet Getting Ready continues.
One of the most intriguing categories at the Oscars this year is the race for Best Supporting Actor, where all 5 nominees are household names. In a supporting actor category that's loaded with perennial Oscar favorites, Brad Pitt appears poised to take home the trophy. His performance as Leonardo DiCaprio's charming stunt double in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood won him the Golden Globe, the Critics' Choice, and the SAG Award.
Anybody accidentally kills anybody in a fight, they go to jail. It's called manslaughter.
This is Brad's 4th acting nomination. He won an Oscar as producer of Best Picture winner 12 Years a Slave.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
Tom Hanks was the perfect person to play Mr. Rogers in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. This is Tom's 6th career nomination. He's won twice, for Philadelphia and for Forrest Gump. Anthony Hopkins has 5 career Oscar nominations. He's honored again this year for his role in The Two Popes, playing Pope Benedict, the first pope to resign from the position in 600 years.
What damage will I do if I remain?
Anthony won the Best Actor Oscar in 1992 for The Silence of the Lambs. Joe Pesci came out of semi-retirement to work again with director Martin Scorsese and frequent co-star Robert De Niro in The Irishman.
Better watch, there's a lot of tough guys around here.
This is his 3rd Oscar nomination, all of them coming from movies he did with Scorsese and De Niro. He won for Goodfellas in 1991. And Joe's Irishman co-star Al Pacino has the most nominations of anyone in this loaded category. His portrayal of corrupt union boss Jimmy Hoffa earned Al his 9th career nomination.
You charge a guy, always charge a guy with a gun.
It's hard to believe Pacino hasn't been nominated since 1993, when he won an Oscar for Scent of a Woman. Leading the race for Best Supporting Actress is Laura Dern, who already won a Golden Globe, a Critics' Choice, and a SAG Award for her scene-stealing performance as a divorce attorney you don't want to mess with in Marriage Story.
Charlie, how do you expect to have more time with Henry when you don't exercise the time you already have?
This is Laura's third career Oscar nomination. Will the third time be the charm? Kathy Bates earned her fourth Oscar nomination as the supportive mother to a wrongfully accused man in Richard Jewell.
Mr. President, please clear my son's name.
Kathy won an Oscar for Best Actress in 1991 for Misery. Margot Robbie scored her second career nomination, playing one of the women challenging a culture of sexual harassment at Fox News. That's in the movie Bombshell.
I don't want to be on TV. I want to be on Fox.
Florence Pugh is a first-time nominee, playing the sophisticated and shrewd youngest sister Amy in Little Women.
I have been second to Joe my whole life in everything. And I will not be the person you settle for just because you cannot have her.
Florence will soon star opposite Scarlett Johansson in Black Widow. Scarlett, who's also nominated for Best Actress for Marriage Story, is nominated in the Supporting Actress category for Jojo Rabbit.
Here's Master Jojo. You're a top man. Prepare to leave the house.
Scarlett is the first star to be nominated in 2 acting categories in the same year since Cate Blanchett 12 years ago. All right, now let's talk more Oscar fashion. Rashumba and Carl, back over to you.
George, I want to know, since Scarlett Johansson is a double nominee, does that mean she gets to try on twice as many dresses for tomorrow?
Well, she might have to, because picking the perfect look for this red carpet is not easy. Rashumba and I found that out when we went shopping for our Oscar Sunday attire. First stop for Rashumba and I was a visit to stylist to the stars and founder of the Albright Fashion Library, Irene Albright.
It's my eye that everybody that comes here gravitates towards. They know that what I'm going to buy is edited well, so that they're not going to look through racks and racks of endless gowns or dresses or day wears.
No one can do what Irene does. She can look at you and look at a silhouette and tell you that's exactly what you should be wearing.
Irene and her team had pulled 3 very different looks for Rashumba to try on, starting with this beaded gown. Next up, Oscar Gold for Oscar Sunday.
The gold dress I actually loved. It was a little sexier than I had anticipated, but I can live on the edge a little bit.
From living on the edge in gold to gunmetal grey.
It is as sexy as it gets.
You know, girls got to show a little leg. You got the gams, show them off.
Next stop was the Kimpton La Pierre Hotel in West Hollywood to meet up-and-coming menswear designer Troy Anthony.
What do you think?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The detailings are all there. So this is your classic, award show gala look.
I'm loving this, but it's a little snug.
It's a little snug.
But I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now with this one, we did a wider lapel, and this one is a midnight navy with a true royal blue, very midnight sort of satin lapel. And you can see there's a small diamond detail there.
Oh, are you ready?
I'm ready. I can't wait. This is so exciting.
I have to say, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be wearing you on the carpet.
Absolutely.
You'll be there in
spirit and in cloth.
Still to come, how you can get the most fabulous red carpet looks at home. The star style secrets revealed in the local-ish Glam Lab when On the Red Carpet Getting Ready comes right back.
These stars all have their secrets to looking extra fabulous on Oscar night, but many of their beauty methods are really something anyone can try at home. The team over at Glam Lab on Localish is always finding new ways you too can look and feel red carpet ready.
Hey guys, it's Joe, and next up in the Glam Lab, I am breaking down how all the celebs are getting red carpet ready for the Oscars. First and foremost, how do they figure out what they're going to wear? I caught up with the team behind Regina King's award-winning white dress.
I started sending sketches right away, and she responded well to them. And she responded well to them so much that she said, I think that's what I want to wear for the Oscars.
But what else goes into an award-winning dress?
Olivia Colman was the perfect example of an Oscar-winning dress. You see big sleeves, big bows, big gowns.
Now it's time to prep their skin.
This is just going to give you that lacquered, gorgeous, juicy, goosey, ready for makeup look.
Meet Gavin McLeod-Valentine, facialist to the stars. His special hyaluronic acid-infused oxygen facial smooths, contours, and gives skin a radiant glow.
My God, I'm glowing. There's no redness.
And it's all about planning right to the last detail, which includes nails.
I've always felt you'd never fully dressed without a manicure. I think it's the epitome to perfection. It's not a detail that should be missed.
Celebrity nail artist Elle breaks down what it's like prepping the biggest stars for red carpets.
One wrong color can throw off everything. So what you actually need to have going into red carpet is neutrals for every skin tone, a classic red, a burgundy, a black, a white. You just want to make sure that you have everything that can create what you need.
Now that we know all the work that goes into prepping for the Oscars, I can't wait to see how celebs show up on this year's red carpet.
You can check out more Glam Lab at localist.com. That's all the time we have for you right now, but please be sure to tune in tomorrow to ABC for more Oscar coverage. We hope to see you right here on the red carpet.